Welcome back. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to type your first script in Roblox Studio. Now, we're going to work with the print statement in this lesson, and you will get a better understanding of how scripting works, as well as how to disable or delete scripts that you create. Let's get started. So you want to have Roblox Studio open, and we have the world that we've been creating in the previous lessons. If you skipped the previous lessons and want to know how to create any of the objects in this lesson, then you can just go back to the building section and start there to see what you missed. So now that we're turning our attention to scripting, I wanted to start off with just a basic script that will help you understand the mechanics of how it works when you type a script into Roblox. So to start out, I wanted to give a brief explanation of what a script does. And whenever you type a script, you are basically giving the program, Roblox, instructions on what to do. And that's the easiest way to think of it. Now, the nice thing about these instructions is that you can put them in a certain order or a sequence that the program will be able to understand them in that order. And the way that the scripting works is that there is a language behind it, and the language that is used within Roblox Studio is Lua language. And so it's like learning any language. It takes a while to get used to, but you'll see that there are certain words that do certain things, and you're going to see certain patterns over and over again. But I'll do my best to kind of show you where those patterns are and things that you're going to see over and over again. So our first script is going to be added to a part. And the way you do this is you go over to the workspace, so where we've been working in earlier, and we've got the drop down, and make sure you drop that down, and we're going to find the part that we want to work with. I actually want to do it to this part here, this purple wall. So I'm going to just select that part in the game, and now you can see it has been selected in the workspace. I'm going to go ahead and rename it first so that we can go ahead and reference it later. So let's say purple wall. Okay, so now we've got that highlighted, and you'll see that there's a plus icon here. And so I can go to this plus icon, and now I'm going to go ahead and add a script. And so the way to find it is just look up script, and then so I've selected that. And you'll see that there's going to be a default script whenever you add a new one. So once you go ahead and add the script to the part, you'll see that it has opened up the new script on the side here. So you can toggle between the script and the game here. So you can, I just want to show you how that works. And the script you'll see will most likely say something like print hello world. And in scripting, every punctuation is very important, and every word is meaningful. So in this instance, it's saying print, and now what that's going to do is going to print something in the output. Now the output is on the bottom of your screen, most likely. You can see right now it added a recovery file. If you need to clear the output, you can right click and then just clear the output, so it'll be a nice clear output here. Now what the output is going to do is going to show you the results of your scripting. So whatever you tell Roblox Studio to do, you'll be able to see in the output on certain things. So, and this is a great way. The print statement is one of the things that you can do to see if your script is working correctly. If your output is not showing on the bottom, what you want to do is you want to go up to View and then click on Output, and then it'll pop up on the bottom. So now you've got the game here, and then the script, and then the output. So let's go ahead and run this and see what happens. So let's see what the print script does. So I'm going to go ahead and put play. And now when I hit plays, now all the scripts will run. And you can see on the bottom here, it says it printed hello world. So, and by printing, it just showed us hello world, right? So now let's go ahead and stop this. And anytime you are scripting, you want to make sure you stop your gameplay before you change the script. Otherwise, you're going to run into some problems. So I stopped the gameplay. And then now I want to, let's say I want to change that to a different word. Let's say I wanted to print in the output, my first script. Again, as I mentioned, every punctuation mark, every letter means something. And so you can see I put those in between the quotation marks, okay? And so the quotation marks are what tells the program what to put there. Another way to think of this is a string if you're familiar with any other programming language. So we're putting the string in between the quotation marks, and this string is a set of characters or letters. And so now I'm going to go ahead and play this again, and now it should say my first script. So you can see it cleared the output from the previous game and went ahead and put the script in here that I just put in. Again, I'm going to stop this. And then now let's go ahead and have you type in your first script here. So I'm going to, whenever you're using this, just, you can click inside the script. And then, so I just pressed enter, and I'm on the second line of the script. And so again, this is that sequence I was talking about earlier, so you can put things in order. So now let's have it print. And then you're going to want to put the brackets. and then the quotation marks. Let's say my second script, and then quotation marks. Okay, and so once that's done, then you can go ahead and hit play and then see if it worked correctly. And so it should show up with my second script. So my first script and my second script. So you can see it ran both lines of code. So going back to the script, you've got line 1 of the code and line 2 of the code. And again, I can add as many lines to this code as I need. So that's the basic functions of what a script does, as well as the print statement. I wanted to show you quickly how to delete a script. So let's say I wanted to delete the script that I just added. What you need to do is find it, so it's in the workspace on the purple wall, and then I'm just going to right click on the script and then press delete. That would delete the script. And then if you don't want to delete the script, but you don't want the script to run, so let's say you don't want it to run, but you want to maybe come back to it later, what you can do is when you have script highlighted here, you can of course rename the script if you want. But here in the properties, as we've mentioned before, you can see that there's a behavior and then archival, but then disabled. So I'm going to go ahead and click disabled, and then that means that that's going to disable the script, so it will not run. So let's go ahead and play the game, and so this should not show anything in the output. So now it's running, and you can see it's not running that script because I disabled it there. Let's go ahead and stop this, and then I'm going to go back to that script and then re-enable it again. So just click that. So we're going to be covering many different aspects of scripting, but this is a very good first lesson on just what a script does. It's basically a command that you're telling Roblox what to do. And again, you can put these in different orders for different events that you want to trigger and different characteristics and properties of parts that you want to change. And we're going to be getting into that here in the next lesson or two. And so your action item for today is to go ahead and use the print statement, add it to one of the parts in the game that we've been creating. And so that way you can see how to have the print statement work or not work. So I thank you, and I'll see you in the next lesson.